cold, frosty, and I'm so bossy, and I'm so saucy.
Hey y'all, it's your girl. Welcome back to my motherfucking world. What's the world? 1, 2, 3, y'all do it with me. Ow! Hey y'all, I'm back, and y'all already know what I'm about to be doing. It's another review of Double Shot of Love Season 3, Episode 6. What? Season 3, Episode 6. Clearly, I need to go back to sleep and wake up. But, yeah, so this episode's called Vinny's New In-Laws. Y'all, it was a whole lot of. But I am very glad with the outcome. Y'all will know what I'm talking about. Just make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and my likes and my comments. Y'all already know what this is. Your girl. Thanks for the video. So, after a crazy elimination, Erica D is grateful. She's still there. Yo, we are in the top 6. Bro. Top 6. Like, he's just knocking them down like flies. And I really hope that Vinny is meticulously calculating how, you know, it is with the females in his connection and how he will work out with these females in the real world and not just in this house, because you guys know, like, it's very different atmosphere from being in a house secluded and it's just you and them to being in the real world. He's a celebrity. You know, he has a lot of shit going on. You need a female that could actually understand your lifestyle and double dutch with you. You get what I'm saying? So, Vinny and Polly call for the girls to meet them in the next room. Danielle is praying that whatever it is that they want to talk about isn't anything bad, because she's sick of surprises, y'all. She's sick of it. Into the thick of it. I am so sick of it. Okay, y'all, so they want to kick it up a notch, and they invited their family and friends, and everybody gets emotional. They all wonder, like, who it is, who's gonna show up. And Vinny, like an idiot, is in the next room practicing in the mirror. Hi, I'm Vinny, the keto burrito. Nice to meet you. You sound dead as shit. Like, Vinny, come, up with the personality, boo. Up with the personality. But he sounds dead as hell. So Vinny hopes to really learn about the girls from their friends and family, because there's nobody that knows you more than your friends and family, y'all. If you want to know anything about me, ask my friends and family, they will let you know. So the girls are nervous, and Peachy feels like she's gonna throw up. Literally. Like, you know, when the nerves has got you, you're just like, bleh. But she didn't. She held it down, y'all. So Nikki talks about how, when y'all remember in season 1, she thought that nobody was gonna come for her because she doesn't really have a good relationship with her family like that. But her cousin showed up. I don't think he actually made the situation any better. He kind of made it worse to me. But I mean, at the end of the day, Nikki and Polly are still together, so it's whatever. It's water underneath the bridge at this point. So Vinny's nervous as hell, and you know, he's wondering who's first. First things first on the real list. Down to the whole world village. Fucking apple bro. First is KP's friend AP, and he asks, Vinny's so dumb. Vinny asks if he knows Angelina, and he says no. Why does he think that everybody from Staten Island has to know Angelina? So KP is nervous of who it could be after being called until being told that her guest is here. So she comes downstairs. She's very glad to see her friend KP. She states that they've never dated, but Vinny asks if they did. And KP says, like, they've never kissed, they've never been on a date, nothing like that. So KP is glad that it's her guy friend and wants Vinny to like and trust her guy friends, and wants to trust that it's okay that she's around the guy friends, because you know sometimes when we have guy friends, guys can be really insecure. But next comes Danielle's dad, and Vinny looks scared as hell. He's nervous as fuck because her dad's huge, y'all. You know Danielle's tall, so her dad's like, poof. And Vinny's like, oh, Vinny says, like, her dad's intimidating. He's like 8 feet tall, and Vinny's like the size of one of his legs. Like, I'm like dying. So Danielle's nervous, and she gets so emotional when she sees her dad. It was so cute. I was like, oh, she's like really a daddy's girl. So Polly says, like, that's the happiest he's ever seen Danielle, that she's ever been in that house. And you guys gotta understand, like, that's her dad. Like, obviously she's gonna be happy to see her dad. It's been a minute. Like, it's been a minute. Sorry, I'm just admiring myself. I am cute. Okay. Well, Polly teases Vinny about the height difference between her dad and Vinny, and Vinny actually hopes that she stays that happy because he likes when she's happy without her dad being there. So he hopes it stays that way because, you know, Danielle got a lot of spice. She's like a habanero hot sauce, and Vinny's more like black pepper. Next comes Evan. Evan is Peachy's friend, and Evan reveals after meeting Peachy at a pool party, they went on a couple of dates. Polly's like, Peachy, your ex-boyfriend's here. Yo, that was so awkward. So Peachy's nervous because she's falling for Vinny and hopes that Evan doesn't make her look bad. Next is Manira. I really like that name, y'all. Manira, that sounds so beautiful. Which is Erica D's best friend, and Manira asks Erica how it's going. She's like, really well. Next is Jeremy, which is Peyton's friend, and Vinny's skeptical because he thinks that Peyton is an industry girl, and now her friend is an industry guy because he says that she models for him. That's how they're friends. They're business friends. So he's kind of skeptical about that. Is she just here for the clout? She just here for the money? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he needs someone that's there for him. So she values Jeremy's opinion, but she's very sensitive when it comes to her love life. So she doesn't really introduce her friends to her boyfriends, which is really weird. Like, I think my closest friends know majority of my boyfriends that were serious. If I had a serious boyfriend, my friends knew them. If you're gonna be with me, you gotta love my friends. If you love me, you gotta love my friends. You know what I'm saying? Like that. So I thought that was kind of weird. Like, why does your partner not know your boyfriend like that? I mean, why does your partner not know your friends? Like, that's weird. To me, that's weird. So next is Akeelia. She's nervous and excited. Y'all, this broke me down. This really made me sad because she was so happy to see like who it was. It is her mom, but her mom can't be there until the next day. So she's really upset. So she's gonna have dinner with just her mom and Polly and Vinny when her mom does arrive, since she's really missing like a whole night, a whole day. Akeelia's really upset, and Nikki goes to talk to her. So she's been there in that situation. Remember when Nikki thought that nobody was gonna show up for her? But like when Akeelia's mad, she's like me. She'd rather be left alone. She doesn't want to talk. She's upset. And Nikki tells her about her cousin coming last minute. And you know, Akeelia's trying to be positive, but it's hard, you know, seeing everybody else with her family and she has to wait. So Nikki respects that, writes a letter, a cute little letter for her on the door. You know, if she needs to talk, she's always there for her. I thought that was pretty sweet. Y'all know I'm Team Akeelia, okay? I am Team Akeelia. Don't at me. Yeah. So Vinny is really nervous to talk to the family, y'all. And Danielle's dad is roasting Vinny, like he's giving it to him. And Danielle's like, I hope, you know, that he can hang. Like, he can take my dad's punches. KP's friend reveals that she's very hardworking, and talking to KP's friend is nice for Vinny, but it already feels like family opposed to a girlfriend. Nice. So Peyton says physically Vinny is not her type, but her type doesn't work for her. I feel like she's settling, and when she said that, I didn't get a good vibe. Y'all know I never really got a good vibe from Peyton in the beginning, so this was just clarification for me. Like, she ain't it. Like, she ain't it. Bye, baby, bye. So Peachy's friend, when they're having a little one, reveals that he used to be Snooki's bodyguard. And I was like, oh wow. So Peachy and her friend reveal that they only went on one date. Her friend reveals that anybody that's dating Peachy cannot be boring, and Peachy's really private. Akeelia thinks it's awkward as hell with her being there listening. She's just like, check please, because her family's not there yet, so she's kind of the third wheel or the fourth wheel. Peyton says some of her best friends haven't met her exes. For Polly and Nikki, that's a red flag.
Yeah.
Do you see these red flags? Definitely. To me, that's a red flag. I don't know why your friends wouldn't meet your boyfriend. That's weird to me. So Erica's BFF asks Vinny what he's looking for in a girl. I thought that was a great question, y'all. Like, finally somebody else is asking Vinny this question instead of Vinny asking us, them. I'm like us, like I'm dating Vinny. Them. And then, why are you good enough for me? No, now someone's asking you, why are you good enough for them? It kind of reminded me back about the Maria situation when Maria brought her gay best friend and he was just giving it to Vinny. She was giving it to Vinny. So Vinny says he likes a girl that's ambitious and there has to be physical intimacy. So Erica says that Manira is a great wing woman, and because he makes him talk about himself rather than everything being on her, he's like, she's even asked what's something that sets Erica apart from all the other girls, and I was like, that is a great question, okay? She asked some great questions. She's giving him the heat, okay? She's giving him the heat. So Vinny says like Erica might just be too normal for him. I got confused with like what the hell is too normal. Like, I don't understand. You feel like she's not gonna hang or be able to hang with your lifestyle. I don't know. So Vinny says it's weird that a kid is sitting in with Peyton because he doesn't know how he's supposed to talk about Peyton with a kid in there. Yeah. So Peyton's friend at the little meeting or whatever, get together, he asks, do you have a type? Why are you still single? And I was like, oh. Vinny says that he feels like a ninth wheel with his friends because, you know, Polly, Mike, the DJ, Dina, they all have spouses and he's just there like all by myself with friends. So Cutie says that she feels like the fourth wheel at the table since Vinny feels like the ninth wheel with his friends, and Vinny doesn't want to date just anyone to appease his friends. He wants someone that, you know, he wants to find the one. So Peyton's friend is skeptical of Vinny. He says, you think the right person is here? And Vinny's like, I'm figuring that out. So Kitty is still upset that her mom's not there, and Nikki doesn't know how she feels about Peyton after meeting Jeremy. I completely agree. He made her look really bad, saying openly that Vinny's not her type, but was willing to get to know him. And I was like, ouch, that's like, yeesh. So Vinny's kind of uncomfortable with Peyton's friend. He's really intimidating, so he's not feeling the vibe with Peyton's friend. And Vinny plans to butter Danielle's dad up with birthday cake because they revealed that his birthday recently passed. So he's like, the way to a woman's heart is through buttering up her dad. And I was like, don't know if that's it, but if the shoe fits, wear it, boo. So he plans to do that with Danielle's dad, and Danielle's dad tells Vinny about their family. Vinny asks if Danielle has ever introduced a lot of guys to her dad, and she said no. So the dad's like, the height requirement has been 6 feet. And I was like, oh my gosh. He's just giving to him, like he's giving him punches. But I hope he didn't take it seriously. Like, it seems like all fun and games, like all jokey, kiki. So if that's the case, Vinny says like he failed miserably because obviously Vinny's not 6 feet. So Danielle's dad says Vinny's nice, but hard to say if he meets the standards just yet. So they bring the birthday cake to Danielle's dad, and Danielle gets emotional. She's really thankful because none of her exes have ever done that. None of her exes have ever lasted as long to get to her dad's birthday, and I was like, okay. So it makes Vinny like Danielle even more since he's getting along with her family. And I was like, that's so cute. So after the dinner, they go to the club just like in season 1, and Danielle's father actually does the crazy Vinny kicking down the door now. And I was like, oh my god, this is so cringe. But it was cute, and Danielle was totally loving it. Polly makes an announcement and makes Vinny jump rope. And I was like, Polly, leave it to Polly to embarrass the hell out of Vinny. So Polly organizes a questionnaire game, and Danielle's nervous because her dad is there. Everyone else has like friends or relatives, distant relatives. She has a parent, y'all. So they play Don't Hold Back. And Polly would decide who answers the question after each question is being asked. Peachy's nervous because her friend only knows Party Peachy. He doesn't really know like Peachy. So Peyton's first, and Vinny wants to know how he's going to answer for her since he was blunt yesterday. Like her friend, how her friend's gonna answer for her since she was blunt yesterday. So the question was biggest secret. The friend revealed that Peyton's very secretive, and Vinny says there's too many secrets. And I agree, and that's a red flag.
Gotta go!
If you're going to start a relationship, start with being open and honest. Ain't no secrets, ain't no nothing. Starts with secrets, it's gonna end with secrets. And I don't like that. She's dated people, and it's a secret. Like, they're rappers, so, and I'm like, what rapper have you dated? So Vinny says he can rap. We all seen Vinny trying to rap. It wasn't pretty. So Vinny's secret is that he likes to be spooned. And I was like, okay. But I'm like, that's kind of weird. If he ends up with Danielle, it's just, I don't know. It's just weird for me. If he said cuddle, that would be something different. But he said spooned. So Danielle reveals that she's single because she attracts fuckboys. Yo. Vinny cringes like hell. And her dad says all of the guys that go after her are too short. So KP asks, like, she gets asked what's the title of her biography, if she has one, and she said Hot Mess Express because her brain is always scrambled and it never shuts the fuck up. Erica D hated her nickname. And Polly D says Kayla. Too soon, Polly, too soon. And she hates Erica with a C. The name, not the other Erica. She doesn't like when people call her Erica and spell it with a C, hers is with a K. So Vinny's is Lil Vin. And I'm like, who the hell calls you that? Peachy's perfect date. Evan says don't take her anywhere with seafood. She doesn't like seafood. Clearly he doesn't know her that well because she says she loves seafood. Like, what are you talking about? Vinny thinks that them arguing over whether she likes seafood or not is hilarious, and likes that she can roll with the punches. So after that's all said and done, Vinny needs time to digest everything, because the further the journey, the more feelings are invested, and Achillia's mom is coming. Vinny reveals he's better with moms than dads. I feel like every guy feels like a way. They never like to meet dad. So Vinny and Polly wonder how she'll act around her mom. Will she show a different side of her because, you know, she's really to herself and really quiet? Because she hates being vulnerable. So will she allow herself to be more vulnerable? So when her mom shows up, y'all, she starts crying. I was like, oh, even I almost tear up, y'all. I honestly almost teared up. And Achillia's mom met a lot of boys who like Achillia, but none that she's seen naked. I'm like, okay, so clearly she's been to the club and she's seen Lil Vin. They vibe and they have a nice bond, Vinny and her mom. And Achillia talked her mom out of the keto diet. Vin says, red flag. Nah, she's just playing. So Achillia mentions that he made her cry. And Vinny asked to know more since Achillia doesn't tell him anything. Achillia's mom says, like, it means she cares. If she didn't, she wouldn't be there. And I completely agree. So her mom reveals, like, she's a strong woman, and as a mom, she doesn't like to cry either. So we know where she gets it from. So KP says if she goes home and says it didn't work, her family will say, like, again, another guy. They waited 6 years for her to bring someone home, y'all. 6 years. So Polly and Nikki join Achillia's mom, and Achillia's mom reveals that she watches Nikki cook. She loves them, and she likes Nikki's sassiness. And I was like, yeah, she's just bad too. So Kilia's mom helped alleviate a lot of Vinny's fears about Kilia and likes that she's not this model chick living bougie type of shit. She's normal. But yet he told Erica he doesn't, that she's too normal. Like, I don't get it. So Kilia's mom tells AK like, you need to be more vulnerable because Vinny has a soft side and she likes his soft side. So the mom says that Kilia needs to be more softer. She's not here for the other girl, she's here for Vinny. I completely agree. Alright, so once everybody leaves, we see the next scene where the phone rings, and we all know what happens when the phone rings. It's time for the elimination dinner. And the dinner is for KP, Erica, and Peyton. Bruh, when I heard that Peyton was being called, I was like, yo, Peyton's going home! Yo, I was so litty. Like, I was litty. As you guys know, I wasn't a big fan of Peyton, so I was really hoping that she was the one to go home. Peyton's not assuming anything. She's keeping an open mind. You know, she's not gonna really give too much thought on the elimination. She's just gonna go up in there with an open mind. Now, Erica asks why she's been called. She's confused as fuck since her and Vinny seem to have like a really good bond going on right now. So she's confused as to why her name was being called. So Vinny has a lot to think over after meeting the family / friends. And he's not looking forward to this decision, to be honest. I think he was overwhelmed with all the information that was given. So Nikki's kind of worried that Vinny's going down the same path as before. And I agree too. I think he's going towards the same decision as with Elise. He's finding girls that he really connects with, but not really finding people that he can grow with, if you understand what I'm saying. Polly thinks Vinny's going down the same path as well, and he needs to step out of his comfort zone and thinks, yeah, he needs to step out of comfort zone and try something new for once. Nikki says he needs to stop doing the same old thing with the same old girls, and because he'll end up with the same old results. And I'm like, look at Nikki speaking wisdom. Speaking wisdom, speaking facts, get a girl, yes. So Nikki says that KP and Erica D aren't Vinny's typical girls, but it's what you need if you're really looking for a stable and healthy relationship. I completely agree. And Vinny invited KP to help out with how he's feeling and likes that she likes him, but at the same time he usually doesn't date women that are exactly like him. So he invited Erica because he's hoping to see a different side to her. He feels like they're too common, and like he said before, she's too normal, so he's afraid of that. I still don't understand this too normal concept thing. Like, I don't get it. If y'all understand what the hell too normal means, let me know in the comments down below, because your girl, I'm not understanding. Like, no comprende. Like, no comprende. Like, je ne comprends pas. I don't understand. Okay? So Vinny asks why it's so awkward at the dinner. Like, they all sitting there, not talking, like, just looking at each other. And I'm like, yeah, this is awkward as hell. So he gets started right away. Peachy wonders how the date is going, and it's a little too quiet. So Peachy and Danielle think he's going to send home 2 girls tonight. Yo, I thought the same thing too. I thought he was going to send home either 2 girls or all of them. Like, I thought he was just going to do the most. Because, you know, he's one to come with them shockers. Like, he's going to shock you. Okay? So KP reminds him of home and normally wouldn't date someone from Staten Island, but he's still intrigued by her. So maybe 2 people who hate Staten Island people might be able to work it out, you know? So she stays. KP's not ready to leave, and the final 2 are Erica and Peyton. Erica, yo, if you look at her face, like, she's shitting bricks. Like, she's scared shitless, bro. He thinks that he and Erica have an amazing connection, and he thinks that she's beautiful, which she is. She's really pretty. And asks Erica to stay. Yo, when he asked her to stay, I was like, yes, bitch. Bye, Peyton. Bye, girl. Bye-bye. So Peyton looks distraught. She looks like she lost her best friend. She looks lost in the sauce. And Erica's trying to stay confident in what they have. She doesn't want to get hurt. So Peyton's nervous as hell. And Vinny says, like, there's no denying their physical attraction. But then Peyton comes and interrupts. And I'm like, oh. She says she's confused and thought that their connection was got deeper every time. They bonded. And they have so much in common. She feels like it's all to test her. And, like, to test her character. And it's some bullshit. And I was like, well, damn. Tell me how you really feel. So Vinny says, like, the feelings have to be reciprocal. Which means he just wasn't there. So Vinny's thinking about the end result. Like, the person who he'll be with, you know, in the end. And he's not trying to drag anybody along. So he's just cutting it while he's ahead. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just like, snip, snip. He feels like he feels like he and Peyton had the strongest connection in the beginning. And then it just stopped. Like, it didn't grow. It didn't diminish. Like, it just stayed there. And that's worse than when you have feelings for someone and it fades. Because when it doesn't go anywhere, you're just like, okay, like, what's going on? Like, you're just stuck in the hallway. Like, you're not going anywhere. Like, it's not progressing. It's not diminishing. So just let it go. And we all know, like, Peyton, she feels like she's been played. And I'm like, it's how these things go. You know what you signed up for. It's not like you were played. It's not like a guarantee that you were going to come in the house, fall in love with Vinny. Vinny falls in love with you, and he's automatically going to pick you. You're going to be his girlfriend. You guys get engaged, get married, and happily ever after. Like, no. Like, you knew what you were signing up for. Like, it was a chance that you were going to go home with nothing. Like, look at what happened with Nikki. Nikki made it all the way to the end in season 1. And she was even the final 2. Darren got eliminated, so she was there thinking that she won her man of her dreams, and he just pulled the rug from underneath her. She didn't get him then, but she has him now. I'm not saying that maybe Payne will have him later, but you never know. Like, you never know. So Payne says, like, she's not stupid. She knows what the hell he's gonna say next, and he's gonna say leave. Vinny just like, your shot of love with me is over. It's a chance. I may regret this. Yo, when he said that, I went back to the Maria situation because he said the same exact thing to her. So I'm like, maybe he is kind of going down the same road. But Payne came back with some spice, okay? Payne said, you will. You will. And I'm like, damn. Payne says, like, it's not her problem. And I'm like, damn. She said, whatever you're looking for, I hope you get it. And she left it at that. So Vinny kind of admits that Peyton leaving is the hardest thing he's had to watch. But hearing he's not her type, like, mixed with their connection with not growing, just led him to just not see it in the end. And I'm very proud of Vinny because I really thought that he was going to keep this girl all the way through. But I'm like, for me, Payne was just that girl that was just there. Like, she just didn't serve any purpose to me. I don't know, y'all. Y'all let me know in the comments down below. This review was real long. I'm so sorry. So sorry it took so long, y'all. I just had a lot of things going on in real life, so I had to deal with that first. But yeah, let me know how y'all feel about this reaction. Let me know how y'all feel about this episode, y'all, because woo, it was a lot. So next episode, we see in the reviews, we see that in the previews, I should say, we said Uncle Nino is here, and he says, like, he'll take them all if Vinny doesn't. And I'm like, here we go. Yo, Uncle Nino is just that gigolo. Like, he just wants all of them. Like, he just wants all them girls. So they have a virtual dinner with Paula, which is Vinny's mom, and she asks why KP's scalp is purple. And I'm like, oh god. Guess she wouldn't like me. Anyways, y'all, I thank y'all for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, run on my likes and my comments. I already know what the fuck it is. Your girl saying I'm on my next video. Peace, love, and all the above. Bye, guys.
You might think you know me, but you don't.